Hi students, welcome to Chemistry Online. In previous class we discussed extraction of aluminum. In this class, this is the last topic in this chapter, refining. We are going to discuss refining. We are going to discuss refining or purification. Refining or purification. We are going to discuss. Refining means the process of removal of impurities from crude metal to convert it into pure metal is called refining. The process of removal of impurities from crude metal to convert into pure. The process of removal of impurities from crude metal to convert into pure is called refining or purification. So in refining, many methods we have. Okay, that is based on the ore which is we are going to refining. The method is selecting on the ore which is we are going to refining. So methods for in refining. The first one is distillation. First one is a distillation. Okay, first one is distillation. See, this is the method we are using. Metal having low boiling points. The method is used for metal having low boiling points. For example, zinc, cadmium and Hg, all these are examples. It is used for metal having low boiling points. The metal having low boiling point, impurities having high boiling points. So by using distillation we may refining. Next, second one is liquefaction. So it is used for metal having low melting points. Okay, metal having low melting points. So impurities having high melting points. For example, tin, lead, bismuth, all these metals can be purified by using this method. For example, tin, lead and bismuth. Okay, next we have to know pooling. Third one is polling. It is important. It is important for 2 marks. Polling means in the time of elections we are going to give vote. That is not polling. It is a polling. The metal is, if the metal is in molten state, means it is, the method is used to containing ore on its own oxides as impurities. The metal containing of its own oxides as impurities. So it is used for the metal containing of its own oxides as impurities, okay. It is used for the metal containing of its own oxides as impurities. For example, blister copper is purified by this method. So in this method, molten metal is taken in a bone ashed vessel. The vessel is manufactured with bone ash, and the metal is mixed with the greenwood poles. Then the gases, means the impurities are escapes in the form of gases, is called polling. Blister copper is purified by this polling. Nearly 99.5%, means 98% copper is purified by polling. Next, fourth one is electrolytic refining. Okay. So in this method, metals like examples, metals like silver, iron, zinc, nickel, chromium and copper we may purify. So electrolytic refining means the refining process can be done by passing electricity. Impure metal can be act as a anode and pure metal can be act as a cathode. Here impure metal can be act as a anode and pure metal can be act as a cathode. Okay. Impure metal can be act as anode and pure metal can be act as a cathode, and passing electricity, electrode reactions can be takes place. Electrode reactions can be takes place. So at anode, oxidation reaction takes place. See, for example, Cu gives rise to Cu plus 2 electrons loose. Next, at cathode, Cu plus 2, if you add 2 electrons, then Cu solid can be takes place. It is oxidation reaction takes place. It is a oxidation reaction takes place. It is a reduction reaction takes place. Okay, oxidation and reduction reactions takes place at anode and cathode. So impure metal can be converted into pure metal by electrolytic refining. So here blister copper can be purified by electrolytic refining. Okay, it is a fourth one. Next, fifth one. Fifth one, zone refining. Zone refining. Fifth one, zone refining. It is important. Okay. It is the method based on the principle of the metal is soluble in molten state more than solid state. The impurities are soluble. Metal having impurities are soluble. So it is based on metal having impurities, are soluble molten state than solid state. Okay. So example, so refining means the metal having impurities solid state comparing to solid state, in molten state more soluble. So for the type of metals we are using zone refining. For example, scandium, germanium, gallium, indium, all these type of semiconductors may purify. Okay, see here how the method is going on means, see here, it is the inert atmosphere zone. It is the inert atmosphere zone. Inert atmosphere. So here I am taking metal. So here which having heating coils. It is a induction coil which is fixed. It is induction coil which is fixed. Here one more induction coil. It is induction coil, heating coil, induction heating coil which is a movable. Okay, movable. Then it is the metal which is in molten state. Then on fixing this induction heating coil, this heating coil is moved forward, then again brings to initial position and again move forward. Then what happened here? The impurities present in the metal are deposited. Here impurities present in the metal, present in the metal are deposited, and cut this end and removing impurities from the metal. This is the way of purifying in zone refining. It is a zone which having inert atmosphere. In this zone we have to kept a metal which we have to purify. So On heating this coil, it is a fixed one end, two coils, two heating coils are there, induction heating coils, one is fixed, another one is movable. So on moving forward to one end to the coil is moved from one end to another end and bringing initial position. The process will be repeated some more times. Then all impurities are deposited at one end of the metal. Then if you cut this metal and impurities can be removed, so metal can be purified by zone refining. Okay, then vapor phase refining. Then sixth one, vapor phase refining. Vapor phase refining means the process is used. In this process, first crude metal can be converted into volatile. Next that can be done in decomposition, then you will get a pure metal. Okay, so first crude metal I am taking. In this process, this is crude metal. Okay, converts into volatile, then it can be converts into decomposition. It can be done by decomposition. Then I will get a pure metal. Then you will get a pure metal. First crude metal, volatile, converts into volatile, then decomposition, then you will get a pure metal. In vapor phase refining, two processes we are going to discuss. The first one, Mond process. First one, a Mond process. In this process, we are going to purify, we are going to refining nickel. First, nickel is passing steam of carbon monoxide, then it forms nickel carbon carbonyl, nickel tetracarbonyl. Then here nearly 350 kelvins. Then after that nickel tetracarbonyl decomposition nickel into 4 carbonyls. Okay, so you will purify. So here nearly 450 kelvins temperature is applied. Then Mond's process nickel is purified. It is first one. Second one, Van Arkel method. Van Arkel method. Okay, so in this method we are going to purify zirconium. So first zirconium is heated with iodine. Which gives zirconium tetraiodide. So on decomposition, zirconium tetraiodide at 1870 kelvins, zirconium into iodine. So it is pure. Zirconium is obtained. Here it is pure. Nickel is obtained. It is vapor phase refining. It is important for 2 marks. Okay. Then uses of aluminum, copper, zinc, iron. Okay, you are going to discuss. Then uses of aluminum, copper, zinc and iron. Uses of aluminum, copper, zinc and iron. Okay, the first one, aluminum. So what are the uses of aluminum means? It is used to prepare wrappers for chocolates. So manufacture of, so it is used as a wrappers for chocolates. Aluminum is used as a wrappers for chocolates. Okay, then the dust of aluminum is used in the manufacture of paints, lacquers. Okay, a dust of aluminum is used in paints and lacquers. Lacquers means it is used to coating another metals. Next, it is also aluminum wires also used in electrical industry. Wires used in electrical industry. Okay, alloys of aluminum. Alloys of aluminum. First one, magnesium. Aluminum can form alloys like magnesium. In magnesium, aluminum is 90% and magnesium is 10%. Okay, it is used in machines. Magnesium is used in to balance the beams and machines. Okay, next, second one you have to see, that is nothing but aluminum bronze. Aluminum bronze. See, aluminum bronze means it contains aluminum 10% and copper 90%. Okay, aluminum 10% and copper 90%. So it is used in making coins, jewelry like this. This is alloys of aluminum. Then second one copper. So what is the uses of copper? So it is used in making wires, okay, it is used in making wires and used in several alloys. Electrical industry, making wires in electrical industry, and some types of pipes, steam pipes can manufactured by, so in making electrical wires and used in steam pipes, okay. Then alloys of copper. So first one brass. Copper is 80% and zinc is 20%, okay. Then second one bronze. Here copper is 75% and tin is 25%, okay. Brass is making of utensils like this. Bronze is making of coins, statues like this. Then third one German silver. Okay. German silver, it is the combination of copper, zinc, nickel. Copper is 60%, zinc is 20% and nickel is 20%, okay. German silver is making jewelry and coins like that. And then third one is zinc. So what is the use of zinc means? Zinc is used for galvanizing iron. Galvanizing iron. Iron is coating with a zinc, that is nothing but a galvanizing, okay. It is used in batteries. As electrodes. Zinc dust is used as zinc dust. Zinc dust is a reducing agent. Okay. Alloys of zinc are the brass and a German silver. Alloys of zinc. First one brass and second one German silver. Okay. Brass is making of machinery parts and German silver is making of jewelry and coins. Next fourth one is iron. What is the use of iron? In making railway sleepers and casting stoves like this. It is used in railway sleepers, casting stoves, and then Iron is manufacture of wrought iron. So, in the manufacture of manufacturing of wrought iron, okay, the manufacture of wrought iron, then alloys of iron. The first one is alloys of iron. First one is stainless steel. What is first one? Stainless steel. Okay. Stainless steel is the composition of iron and chromium and nickel. Iron is nearly 73% and chromium is nearly 18% and nickel is 8%. It is used in making of cycles, automobile parts like this. Then second one, invar, not anvar, invar. Okay, it is the combination of iron and nickel. Iron and nickel. So iron is 64% and nickel is 36%. Okay, so it is used in making of pendulum rods, watches like this. So these are the uses of aluminum, copper, zinc, iron. So these are very important for 2 marks. This is also stainless steel, which is the combination of iron, chromium, nickel. Idigo aluminum bronze for 2 marks. All these are important for 2 marks. Okay, this is briefly metallurgy. Okay, it is a theory part. That's why fastly I explained. See here, up to this finishing of this chapter, we will cover 30 marks. We will cover 30 marks. So if anyone is trying for pass mark, so you have to repeat these chapters number of times. Okay, for daily 1 long answer or 2 short answers or 4 very short answers you have to read and you have to check yourself at home. So you have to perfect yourself. So it's a time to live.